Anne Boleyn is famous for being the second wife of King Henry VIII. You probably learned in school the king eventually had her beheaded. But what you might not know is that Anne's younger sister, Mary, was one of Henry's mistresses and the mother of two of his children. The story of their shocking life at Henry's court and intense sibling rivalry is told in the new film, The Other Boleyn Girl. The film stars Natalie Portman as Anne and Scarlett Johansson as Mary. Hey, ladies, good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
It's based on a book that is a fictional biography, which means we kind of know some things about them, but we make a lot of this up. What did we actually know about them?
Well, the book is really from, I guess it's a first-person narrative from my character, which is Mary Boleyn, and I think the reason why Philippa wrote it that way, Philippa Gregory, the author of the novel, is because there really isn't much known about her, other than just, you know, when she died, how many children she had, and this kind of facts. So it really gave her a kind of open end to just imagine this.
Create everything in the middle.
But we do know that she did have two children, one if not two children, by Henry VIII.
We also can assume that at the time, Natalie, these two girls, these sisters, were raised by their families as kind of commodities, as a way to advance them financially and socially, right?
Yeah, it's sort of interesting to see like the origins of marriage as a way of sort of building an empire. You know, if you could marry your daughter off well, then you advanced your entire family, and so you see the girls as sort of being used by their family to advance their position.
And so when they find out that King Henry VIII wants to bring the girls to his court, but that it's Mary he's interested in, not Anne, we have a clip here that shows how intensely this sibling rivalry develops and how quickly. Take a look.
This is not a request. We have been summoned. Please don't be angry with me. You think I desire to go for this purpose?
All I know is that a man that didn't know who you were was with you in that room for half an hour and came out besotted. Don't know what you said or did.
Nothing, sister, except sing your praises and talk about my husband.
Really? Well, you must show me how you did that sometime.
Okay, so now here it gets juicy, all right? So they go off. Mary becomes the mistress, has a couple of kids. Anne doesn't like this very much. Anne gets Henry's attention. She ends up getting the queen to be moved out of there and becomes queen of it. This is like Desperate Housewives meets Sex and the City on steroids. It really is.
Yeah, it is. It's quite that whole Tudor court was quite a soap opera in itself, really.
The sisters, in some ways, are written as two halves of the same person, aren't they?
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I think that if Henry could have had his way, he may have, you know, at least in this story, he would have, you know, combined the two, and it would have been.
You get the feeling at some point he probably did, don't you? You know, Henry had pretty much his way with no matter what he wanted, didn't he?
He did. I think so. He was, he was very intimidating, and Eric Bana, who plays Henry, is so, kind of intimidating and also very dashing at the same time. So
it's unusual in Hollywood. You are two of Hollywood's elite young actresses. It's unusual for them to team two of you up on screen at the same time, isn't it?
That's I think why. I mean, both of us, I'll speak for myself, but I was so excited to do it because it's so rare to get to work with someone you admire so much and who's in your same sort of age range. I mean, it's such a great opportunity to get to see how, this actress that you love works up close. You know, I got to watch how she prepares and also to have her as a scene partner. It's like you're only as good as who you work with.
That's really gracious, and yet you were telling me off camera that you were counting every line she has because you wanted to make sure you had the same number.
Exactly,
of lines, right?
yes, that was part of my contractual agreement. No, I mean, I had come to the project originally because Natalie was attached to it, and I was desperately wanted to work with her. I'd been a fan for so long, and how many opportunities do you have?
You never know, but anyway, it's nice to see you together here and on screen. It's called The Other Boleyn Girl.
Thank you.
Scarlett and Natalie, nice to see you.